There we go. Good morning,
Howdy,
everybody.
folks. Vile Mike here. Got Dandelion and Elihu. First of all, how you guys doing?
I'm all right.
I'm here physically, not mentally.
Oh, shoot. Remind myself not to hit the desk with my hand.
Oh, don't hit the desk with your hand, by the way.
Thank you.
You know what you should avoid doing?
Hitting the desk with my hand?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Yeah,
I don't remind you right away.
I got my little, steering wheel attachment desk tray thing that I use for my laptop. But that way I can put my tripod on that. That way I'm facing you guys straight on, because I was told that was much better than putting it on my bracket over here on this side.
You know what? You do whatever you like, Mike.
We can see your nose hairs a lot easier now. Thanks.
I thought you said the exact opposite last time.
You know what? It's all good. It's delightful. Right. It's just lovely.
So I have to ask, who has watched the episode of South Park yet?
I haven't watched the episode, but I've seen the relevant parts, like the PSA.
Okay.
The end scene, yeah, the bed, yeah. I've seen that, but I haven't seen the actual full episode. I've seen part of it where Cartman was complaining that his favorite radio shows been taken off the air.
Yeah, I never really watched a lot of South Park. Like, I've seen some episodes, but to be completely honest, my hearing is not great, and I can only catch like half of what they're saying.
Well, I can get that.
Yeah.
And I'll be 100% honest. I probably have not sat down to watch a large amount of South Park in probably 5 to 7 years. Basically since the Star Wars Memberberry stuff.
I don't.
So however long ago that was, I don't know how long ago it was. So if someone wants to look it up, by all means.
Don't really care enough. But did you have a particular question about it, or did you just wonder if we had?
Okay. Now, some of the discourse I've seen online was saying that South Park has gone too far.
Well,
but here's my question: have they really gone too far?
I don't think so. Isn't it just what they do?
Well, I'm thinking about previous episodes, like, Tom Cruise is in the closet. They did a whole episode basically making a giant Tom Cruise's gay joke.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Tom Cruise will come out of the closet. I remember that one.
What was it? P. Diddy, or who was it? Kanye West fucks a fish or something like that?
Kanye.
Yeah, I think going too far is sort of like what they go for.
Kind of, exactly. And
I think it was just, they were perhaps making fun, like, depending on who they're making fun of, one side or the other is going to be offended, right? But because they make fun of people on both sides of the political, or all sides of the political spectrum, to kind of point out the, foibles all over the foibles of all the folks, kind of, it just people get offended if it's,
if it's their group being targeted.
Well, if it's making fun of them, they don't like it. But if it's making fun of somebody that you like to make fun of, it's okay. So I say good for them, because they don't not make fun of everyone. I mean, they just make fun of everyone.
It's typical. People, hang on, Mike. It's typical. People who actually want to complain about something do not actually watch the whole entire program. Like SNL, Saturday Night Live. Oh, they're making fun of Trump, making fun of Republicans. Really? They made fun of Obama. They made fun of Pelosi. They make fun of fucking everybody. Watch the entire show instead of just clips and highlights. Okay? Yeah. And then tell me, are you still offended? Sorry, Mike. I had to say that.
All right. So the way I was looking at it was, yeah, if you consider yourself a part of the group that they're targeting, you'll usually be offended.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to defend myself there for a second, because I remember a few years back, and by few I mean lots, probably a decade at this point, because I'm old. They did a several-part episode making fun of atheism, and I'm an atheist.
Yep.
They had a whole time travel episode where Cartman tries to freeze himself to go and, to get a Wii or an Xbox or something like that. I can't remember which console it was.
In the future.
And he goes into the future where there's 3 warring factions of atheists. All are the ideologies of those atheists are still basically the ideologies of religion, just twisted to a point where the absurdities are what they're arguing over.
Oh my God.
And as an atheist who, once respected Richard Dawkins very much, he was like the prophet of the 2 of the atheist groups, or maybe it was all 3. I don't remember. And at the time, I was a huge Richard Dawkins fan. So but the entire time, I still fucking thought the episodes were hilarious.
Yes. Well,
because to me, it was, even if they're targeting my group,
it was funny.
I can see the humor in what they're going for.
Have you guys got a chance to hear some of the comments that Matt and Trey did at Comic-Con yesterday?
Just that they're very, very sorry.
Oh, yeah. That part I saw.
Yeah, quote unquote, sorry, yeah. They were actually surprised about the review and the comments about their trailer they released for that coming season. The reason why they were shocked because that's fake trailer. None of what they drew is going to be in the season. They just quickly did something together and they just released it out.
Won't they make the episode like the week before they release the episode?
No, it takes about 6 to 7 weeks to make a whole entire cartoon episode. What they did when they did the trailer, they did it in a week. They just drew quick frames and did voices and did a fake trailer for the new season just to appease the studio. And the fans are like, wait, they're prophetic, they're protecting Simpsons, they're going against all the Trump administrations. Like, no, we just did shit to make fun of stuff. We just did something in really quickly. We can't believe you got spelled for this. Yes, basically that trailer, the huge trailer, none of that is in the season. They trolled everybody on that.
I didn't see the trailer either.
Yeah, I didn't see the trailer, so
at least last month, they have all the Trump stuff, the plane crashes, the
rooster is going
immigration stuff. Yeah, they just trolled everybody with that trailer.
Hey, long time no see, man.
Hello, Mr. NB.
My daughter and my grandson and the aquarium and stuff was a little more important last weekend than.
Oh, no worries, boss.
I'm gonna say the same thing I said to Mike. Turn on your light. The shine is blinding me.
What?
You got your head
It's a
shaved
bald
again.
joke.
Yeah, dude, you got your
head.
a
bald joke.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah, hi, Bob. Yeah, you flipped your head again. Okay, I see what you did.
All right, so NB, since you're here, the first thing we were talking about was the South Park episode. What was your opinion on it, if you've seen it, or what you've heard about it?
No, I hadn't even heard about it. Did I see a trailer for it or something? I don't know.
Do you know anything about what we're talking about?
South Park political show? No. Is this an older episode?
No, it was one released about 3 days ago.
Brief him, Mike. Brief him what happened.
Yeah, I haven't. No, I wasn't familiar with this.
All right, so South Park signed a deal with Paramount Plus for $1.5 billion to create 50 episodes for the streaming network.
Just for the network.
Yes, it's an exclusive streaming deal because South Park, Trey and Matt had gone through and they actually did a bunch of streaming deals so that South Park could be played a lot of places, and now this is an exclusive deal so that anything new will be exclusive to Paramount Plus and possibly some of the older episodes that have been banned.
Oh, really? Okay.
The first episode that they produced was basically a giant fuck you to Donald Trump.
Okay.
But what we were talking about was the White House themselves had to release a statement, of course, condemning the episode, saying that what was it exactly, Elihu?
Hang on, let me get the exact.
It's another example of why the left is so bad.
But they're not really left.
No, they're not. They're
Right.
they're hardcore libertarians, which is actually funny.
Yeah, they kind of make fun of everyone.
They are not. Yeah, they are libertarians. Not. They are about as. I'd say about as libertarian as you can get.
Okay, let me quote this for you, okay? Quote, the left's hypocrisy truly has no end. For years they have come after South Park for what they labeled as offensive content, but suddenly they are praising the show. Just like the creators of South Park, the left has no authentic or original content, which is why their popularity continues to hit record lows. This show hasn't been relevant for over 20 years and is hanging on by a thread with uninspired ideas in a desperate attempt for attention. President Trump has delivered on more promises in just 6 months than any other president in our country's history. And no fourth-rate show can derail President Trump's hot streak. Unquote.
And he doesn't have a tiny penis. He doesn't have a tiny penis.
Yeah, he wants to sue them for defamation. Really? He's got to show his dick in court? Well, let's just call Stormy Daniels back up to the stand. Come on.
No. I'm not going to go into that part right now because they've made fun of the tiny penis of a lot of people.
I know.
I mean, there was a whole episode about one of the first episodes they did, I think, was the Pokemon episode where they basically were like, oh, well.
Oh, American big
they were
penis,
talking about like, the Nintendo-esque people were like, oh, we just are so jealous of your massive penises.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Well, I have a question for you. Okay, so South Park made an FU episode. Okay, no problem. I don't really care one way or another. I might actually even find it funny.
It's satire.
It was
Well,
quite funny,
that's the
apparently.
thing. I did
didn't
find
see it 'cause I don't have
satire
parents.
funny. Are you kidding me? I used to love the George Bush SNL skits and the Bill Clinton SNL skits. Remember those back in the day?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he always invited Dana Carvey to the White House after that. He loved it.
Captain MKG says, at last check, all episodes that are on Paramount Plus, with the exception of 3 banned episodes. The season 5 about the super best friends, 200 and 201, which I'm guessing are all the Muhammad episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Which that's a shame because I remember the first episode of the Super Best Friends where they showed Muhammad and no one gave a fuck. But
wasn't there a celebrity death match with like Jesus and somebody else, and then Muhammad's in there, and everybody's like, well, where's it's offensive. We can't actually show Muhammad. That was like a celebrity's death
that was
match.
the whole thing, and it was again after the episode where they'd already shown Muhammad and no one cared.
I don't understand that thing, but then again, I'm not deep into the Muslim faith, obviously, but I find it interesting. Why is all of politics on the left and the media, why are they so flipping out about this whole thing with Steve Colbert? Now, hear me out here before I finish this. Okay, I'm going to take this from a standpoint objective of what they were probably thinking. And I'm basing this off of what I've seen and read in the news. So this is where I'm going with it. So Steve Colbert's show, I've seen the ratings. Obviously ratings and I'm going to say this for every late night show and late night news, they do not bring in the rating. Late night TV does not bring in 20, 30, 40 million people anymore.
No, it never has.
Well, you get what I'm saying. Like Johnny Carson probably bought in. What'd he bring in? 10 million, 15 million?
Not even on certain episodes, maybe, but I don't think even the population of the United States wasn't high enough to warrant that high of that many viewers at the time.
I don't know, because you look at Roseanne, it was in the...
That was an 8 o'clock time slot, not an 11 o'clock time slot.
Oh, I know, but I'm talking about the late night. I don't know. We'll have to look up Johnny Carson's. But the thing was, they were...
I just looked up some information for you.
Yeah, okay.
Colbert had...
Hold on. I'm going to interrupt you, allow you. Chris, can you turn on your camera just to make sure I can verify that's you? Okay. Just want to make sure because we have had people do that in the past.
He's in the dungeon today.
Yes, it appears so.
Yes, I am. And you flip-flop the links.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
because I went to the other one and it's blank. I'm like, okay.
I
It's all right.
apologize. Elihu, did I do the same thing to you?
I don't know. I just went up to the YouTube and clicked the pin
Yeah,
chat, man.
same.
I saw
Okay.
the
Damn,
things like
spoiled again.
fuck it.
Just when we thought we could avoid Chris. Anyway, and
Okay.
you were asking something or saying something?
Yeah,
No,
I was-
hold on. Elihu was going on.
about ratings.
Okay, I was giving you guys the ratings here. Okay, Colbert, 2.42 million viewers. Kimmel, 1.77 million viewers average a night. Jimmy Fallon, 1.19 million. Seth, 900,000. Conan, 300,000. Gutfield, 3.29 million.
Okay.
What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Well, right now we're talking about.
This is the average views of the late night shows that are on right now. And
Colbert's number one.
Yeah, no, he's not. No, he's not. Gottfried
Who
is
is?
number one right now. Gottfried from Fox. He is number
Yeah,
one at 3.29 million average viewers a night. Colbert is at 2.42 million viewers a night.
Yeah, the thing is, when you look at it from the standpoint here, and I'm looking at this from a business decision, whereas this is why I can't figure. You have a private industry. They wanted to merge with another one. Yeah, I know Trump sued them. And it's like, okay, in a business decision, okay, are we going to let this, whatever, millions of dollars, which to them is like what they could pull out of their wallet, versus $1 billion merger where they're going to, the CEOs and everybody's going to cash out and make even more money. It was mainly a business transaction there. As far as Colbert, if your show is okay, if your show is honestly losing $40 million annually and your host alone is getting 15 million and the show takes a staff of 200, that just doesn't sound like a good business model.
Well, remember the amount of money a TV show makes money based on the commercials they sell.
Yes.
So what each show wants to be is the number one in their time slot.
Yeah, because then they can they can charge the most for advertising revenue.
Correct. Now remember, it's not just a national advertising they're talking about. They also do local sometimes for each individual affiliate, plus the national ones.
Yeah.
Not to mention, with today's markets, it's not just what they put on TV. It's what's put on social media.
Mm-hmm.
So when they say that that's the amount of money that they're making, that's not entirely accurate for how much money they're actually making.
No,
They would not put on a show that didn't make money.
Yes.
Again, and also you have to.
If I may, I did hear that it was part. They had to fire him in order to get approved for their merger.
Exactly. So first off,
it has come out that was part of the bargain. They had
for the
Skydance deal to go through, the American government basically forced them to fire and cancel the show.
Yeah.
And first off, remember, financials you hear and financials that are true, just like in Hollywood, you don't get the full financials because their end of year taxes and all of that are a lot more complex than what we're told. Again, they get rebates, they get incentives, they get commercial deals and stuff. What they showed you was a strict what the show without anything else brings in versus what the show without anything else costs. So what they're showing, and this is typical business strategy, show the thing that makes you look like it hurts you the best or the worst. And if you do that, then you get the most out of it. It helps you. But like Dandelion said, basically CBS was told, if you want to merge, Paramount CBS was told, if you want to merge, we're not going to approve it unless you get rid of him. That wasn't the only stipulation. There was many different stipulations.
No, there was a few others, including the settling for the 16 million.
Exactly. So
because
lawyers that was frivolous.
This
Yeah, but
And
remember,
and again, like so many things, that's a conflict of interest. But listen, CBS made a judgment call, like you said.
if you settle out of
MB.
well, hold on. If you settle out of court for any reason, it can be due to a conflict of interest. It's only if it actually goes in front of the judge that you can't. The conflict of interest becomes an issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the reasons they settled out of court was for that reason. Was because they knew that there was conflicts of interest, both on Paramount's part and the government of the United States' part. But by settling out of court, they can not have those documents actually filed with the courts.
Yeah, the legal system is always interesting. What were you about to say, Chris?
Okay, go ahead, Chris.
What was that now?
You were about
I was kind of interrupting you, so I was letting you continue.
No, you're fine. And then would it say go ahead and finish? Oh, yeah. Okay. So, and again, I know that's why we do it in this form here. The whole thing right now with the current administration is when he claims that another administration does things behind the back of the American people and does things a certain way, he actually does it right in your face. This is people that he put in place telling a group that, hey, we'll approve something, but you got to get rid of this guy that we don't like. And that's a conflict of interest, much like the Ghislaine Maxwell thing right now. You're taking a person who is a personal defense attorney for the president and questions, and I'm not going to say he did anything wrong. I'm going to tell you this. Many people's names are attached to Jeffrey Epstein. Many. Not just Republicans, not just Donald Trump. Many people. We know this. And we've seen pictures with Clinton and all that. So I'm not calling that Donald Trump alone. But here's the problem. We know somehow Donald Trump is implicated in those files. What or how, we don't know. But the problem is you are sending in... Wait, stop. Let me finish. Don't run to his defense, because you just didn't listen to me right there. I am not saying he did anything illegal. I'm just saying he is in those files. Somewhere, there's pictures of him with the guy. That's putting you in the scene of a crime, whether or not you committed the crime. It's like saying I was on the road or I was on a sidewalk and I was across the street and I saw this guy right there shoot another guy. I am at the scene of the crime. Did I do it? No. But if my name is implicated in there anywhere, I should not have a right to send somebody who is my personal defense attorney in to talk to somebody who's attached to this in the guise of a federal questioning, because my guy I paid to defend me before I was president is now in there looking out for my best interest, not anybody else's. And that is the problem. That is conflict of interest. If this goes to court, or if it comes up in any way, shape, or form, that's conflict of interest. And I'm not saying he shouldn't have sent somebody in there. You need to send somebody in there that he is a president and says, okay, I trust this guy, but he's not attached to me in any ways. That's why we have recusal. That attorney should have said, I have to recuse myself because I've already represented you in legal matters, and I'm not going to, nobody's going to believe me when I come out of there and say, no, everything's good. Nobody's going to believe this. And more Donald Trump supporters are realizing this, and they're saying stuff about this. And then all the people that voted for him, because either one, he ran on a Republican ticket, or two, thought he was the better of the two options, are starting to call him out for that. Because listen,
if she gets pardoned, I think people are going to be pretty upset because she did some bad shit.
Let me ask you something. If you're all that concerned about the Epstein files, did you guys care 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't tell us that we didn't. Here's the thing. They're using.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
Say this. I really lost interest this long ago because all it has become is like other things. It's just some political football they keep kicking down the line.
No. That's the problem.
But NB, hold on. It was a political football the entire time because of some of the people Jeffrey attached himself to.
Yes, and I'm gotta say this.
And
if there was any incriminating in there that would have implicated Donald Trump, you're telling me after 4, 5, 6 years of constant investigations, you're telling me somehow they never.
I want to know why he didn't personally, quote unquote, word for word, state he was going to release files. He didn't say that. Okay, he hinted around it, and he said, "Listen, if there's files there, we need to release them." But now all of a sudden, whatever files it is, listen, you have an attorney general who says, "Yeah, it's on my desk, and I've seen the names." And now all of a sudden, no, it isn't. But here's the thing: when you run on that, you can't blame the other side for it, especially when you get in there and you don't say immediately, "Hey, we got in here and we found out this was just a big political hoax." If he had said that day one, that's fine. I might have
with the binder, with the binders.
He still said he had it. He still said.
If he
And
had
she
had-
said she had seen the
I
list.
would like to add
Hold on
something.
a second. This
Hold
is-
on, MB. Hold on, MB. I want to add this. Hold on, MB. I want to add something real quick. If the Biden administration was complicit by not releasing this for the 4 years that they were in charge, knowing that it could implicate both politicians on either side of the aisle, I don't care. I would say that administration also needs to be prosecuted.
Well, that's fine. Yeah, I mean,
As long as we're trying to do fair play.
well, that's fine. And fair play should be how it is. If you find out that somebody hit something,
part of the reason it wouldn't have been before is because most administrations do not work hand in glove with the Justice Department, right? That's definitely a Trump thing. That was not something that's happened in other administrations. Biden didn't guide Merrick Garland. He didn't tell him, go do this, go after Trump, go do this. He let him conduct his own investigations.
I would disagree. I would kind of disagree because of the back during the Monica Lewinsky thing back in the 90s with Bill Clinton, because Ken Starr, if you guys even remember why Ken Starr was originally going after Bill Clinton?
Yes, it was the what? You mean the white Watergate? Not Watergate. The white.
Wasn't it white?
Yeah, Whitewater.
Yeah,
yes.
Whitewater.
But what it eventually came to was the freaking perjury. That's what this big crime was, and it was related to something not even close to that.
Well, the thing was, he lied.
So,
that was the thing. Hey, that was the thing I knew most people were pissed off about. Not that he screwed Monica Lewinsky. I mean, everybody hated Hillary Clinton to begin with. So
I've never hated her. I just thought she didn't do a good job at certain things, but that's about it.
Well, anyway, I knew a lot of people who hated her guts, who actually met her personally. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing that I knew a lot of people were pissed off about was he lied under oath, which and it's been a long time since I looked it up. I was pretty sure, wasn't that what the whole impeachment was supposed to be about? He lied under oath.
Yep.
Yeah. Was he lied under oath? Not he screwed some chick and some intern.
He was impeached by the House, but not the Senate.
What was that?
Well, it doesn't matter. I would still say impeachment process. We could say he was impeached.
Yeah, he was impeached. Yeah. He was the second president. Trump was the third. First one was
Nixon.
No, he wasn't.
Nixon resigned first.
You're right. Nixon resigned before he could be impeached.
He was called the veto No, this guy was almost impeached. This was a long time ago. First one was,
only one president has been fully impeached by both the House and the Senate.
No, it hasn't. None have.
No, well, okay, let me rephrase that.
Okay, remember, hold on.
Before the vote
impeachment is just a process. It doesn't mean they were removed from office.
No,
Okay,
but here's the thing.
Impeachment, or are we talking about the full? Because one president was almost removed from office. The Senate
And that
convicted him.
the only one that came close and was pretty much inevitably going to happen, that was inevitably going to happen too. And the reason why Nixon resigned was because he was told they're going to have a vote, you're going to lose, and you're going to be impeached fully.
Yeah, that's why he
And
resigned.
that's why he resigned. Outside of that, only one side has ever fully agreed to do it.
And Nixon was okay. Remember, impeachment is just the process. It doesn't mean that they are actually removed from office. So Nixon would have been impeached and removed from office.
Possibly. We don't know that last year, but we don't know. Yeah, he would have been impeached. That's a guarantee. But would he have been removed from office?
One of the things I want to go back to a little bit, when we were talking about the Colbert Show, just because I didn't get my point in, what Chris was talking about was basically what they call Hollywood accounting. And it's a way of fudging the numbers to make sure that any property they have looks like it didn't make any money. And two of the examples I want to give you is, according to Hollywood accounting, both Jurassic Park, the first movie, not the franchise, Star Wars Episode 5 and Star Wars Episode 6 all lost money.
All right.
According to their
okay, real quick, it was Andrew Johnson. That was the veto president. I always screw him and Andrew Jackson up for some reason. Gee, I don't know. Maybe it's the AJ thing in it.
So I just wanted to bring that point up because we all know that Jurassic Park was a massive success and made a ton of money, but
yeah,
including the Star Wars movies. But according to their accounting, no, they didn't actually turn a profit. Because remember, shows don't just make their money off of the actual ticket sales or the actual number of people watching.
Yeah, what is it?
Massive amounts of other things, especially properties like even The Late Show. Their merch sales more than cover their budget.
That's assuming people are buying. Okay, for example, here is their paraphernalia selling well on the late night show. And I'm just going to say this. I haven't seen a late night TV show host t-shirt in a very long time. I mean, I think the last one was shit.
Just because you're not seeing it doesn't mean it's not selling. Remember, hold on. The company, hold on. Remember,
I'm not seeing people
hold on.
Them. I don't see anybody wearing a late.
Hold on. Remember,
all over
that doesn't matter. Remember, the studio's not making the money on the t-shirt sale. They're making their money on the licensing.
Don't they get a piece of the? Don't they get a piece?
Sometimes they do. Most of the time they don't. I know that from the Nintendo sales because they have multiple licensing agreements with several manufacturers of just cups. Because I've had when I sell them on my eBay store.
Paramount does not receive any financial sales revenue from any sales in the store at the Colbert gift shop. They receive nothing.
Nintendo is the same way. So Nintendo, they don't make their money off of the sales of the cups. They make their money off the licensing deal.
I just don't get what the big deal is. We've seen shows get taxed all the time. I don't know
because we know that this specific show is being canceled, and this is a long time running show, host notwithstanding, longer than I've been alive.
Decent ratings.
And that still has decent ratings. As we pointed out, it was number 2 in its time slot.
Let's rephrase something here. Longer than you've been alive, yes, but not with this host. And here's the thing: just because he's taken off of this doesn't mean they won't bring him back at some point.
Yeah,
but he has been in this type of work for a long time. So,
yeah, the Daily Show, right? He started on the Daily Show.
Yeah,
and
which is probably where he'll go back to.
Actually, he's talking about running for North Carolina Senate, like for the U.S. Senate.
Hey, his last presidential campaign may have been a joke, but he got more votes than some other candidates. So
yeah.
But what I wanted to
somebody who ran for governor got more votes than other people.
Why? Hang on, MB, why did you laugh when he said that? Why did you laugh?
Why'd I laugh? What?
When Mike said that Colbert was considered running for Senate?
I said it.
No. Sorry. Why'd you laugh? Because when an actor or a comedian decides to run for public office or an athlete, people joke about it. I'm like, wait, do you know the background? I'm going to give you an example. Kevin Johnson, when he ran for mayor of Sacramento, people thought it was a joke. They thought, oh yeah, this basketball star, he's going to run for. Hey, let me finish.
Oh, I didn't.
Let me finish, Jess. Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. People thought it was a joke because they thought they saw a basketball player running for political office. They don't know the background. Is Stephen qualified? Does he have the educational background? Does he have the political background to cover this? This is what I want to know about a candidate. I don't care if they're an actor. I don't care if they're a business person. I don't care if they're a banker. I don't care if they're a McDonald's French fry worker. Do they have the political background to become the political office that they're running for? Are they qualified for city council? Are they qualified for mayor? Are they qualified as governor? This is what I look for. I don't care what they do.
He has to be a U.S. citizen, and he has to be 35 years old. I know the Constitution. I didn't say he wasn't serious. I laughed at it. It's Steve Colbert running for Senate in North Carolina. I laughed. Get over it. By the way, the Late Show's been on since August of '93. I'm pretty sure all of you are born before then.
No, and that's why I said it's not. Obviously, you didn't understand what I said.
The Late Show.
The show has had multiple hosts.
I may have been confusing it with the Tonight Show. I apologize.
No, the Tonight Show's been on since the 50s or 60s.
Yeah,
so I was wrong on that regard. I will correct myself. Thank you.
The Late Show came out in 1993 with.
That's when David Letterman went from NBC over, and that was the big late night shakeup. And that's when you went from having basically the Late Show to two late shows.
So you had. Okay, so he was on Colbert. I remember him being part of the Daily Show, and then he got his spin-off, the Colbert
Report.
And then he went over to the Late Night Show. Mm-hmm. And okay, so when did he go to the Late Night Show? Steve Colbert, assuming duties.
Okay. I want to say like 10 years ago.
I think it's been about 10 years.
10 years. May 20th, 2015. So yeah, 10 years. So damn, Letterman retired 10 years ago. Damn, doesn't feel like it, does it?
Look at that beard. Look at that beard. It explains everything.
Oh, well, I think the beard looks good on. Well, I will say this one thing. And look, I'm not going to sit here and trash him. I don't really care about that. I'm basically, I will say this, the format obviously changed a lot from Letterman to Colbert to fit more his style. Now, okay, that show's getting canceled. What was the Tonight Show. Remember that there was, Jay Leno was leaving. And then they brought in that one guy, and he lasted a few months, and then they fired him and brought back Jay.
I don't remember, but we're going off on a tangent, so I'm going to try to bring it back to the South Park thing.
I'm just saying I don't understand why.
Oh, we lost Chris.
Making a big deal out of this when we've seen night shows get canceled. I don't know why the Arsenio Hall show got canceled, but it did.
Well, remember. We don't even we know why it was canceled, and it wasn't due to the poor ratings. It wasn't due to the fact that it was losing money. We know that this specific.
You're saying you know that.
No, everyone knows this, including yourself. We know that because part of the merger deal with Skydance being approved by the federal government because the antitrust laws, it had to be approved by the government. The government stipulated that if this merger was to be allowed to go through, they had to nix this show.
They had nixed the show, the host. Okay, find me the documentation that says that.
It is out there.
Well,
I don't
find
have
it
it.
for
I
me.
don't have it right in front of me, but if you want, I will look for it for the next stream.
Find it for me and highlight the area where it says The Late Show and Steve Colbert. The Late Show must be canceled and Steve Colbert must be fired. Just show me that, and I'll shut up about it. Show me where the government said that that had to be part of the deal. That's all I'm asking.
Oh, Captain MKG, that could be a whole episode on its own.
I don't even know what that's about.
I haven't seen the full episode. I've only seen clips on YouTube and TikTok. And yeah, that was, especially with the one guy who ended up losing his job over it. That just goes to show, in my personal opinion, how messed up this country is, because we had a guy on that show who literally said he's a fascist, he's a Nazi on that show. And then he got fired from his job because he said he was a Nazi and he was a fascist. Then goes on to, what was it? One of the like GoFundMe type websites.
Hola, Mrs. Cardenas.
And brings himself, and complains, oh, I lost my job. I need money right now. Oh, Chris, I think, is back.
Yes.
Sorry about
Oh,
that.
Mrs. Cardenas. And by the way, I actually found what you guys are talking about. So I'm gonna tell you to shut up, Mike. It's Trump's comment came after CBS Paramount agreed to a $16 million settlement, and the cancellation was announced shortly after Colbert slammed the deal as, quote, big fat bribe and order. Then Trump posted, quote, I absolutely love that Colbert got fired. His talent was even less than his ratings, and added, I hear Jimmy Kimmel's next. He's even has even less talent than Colbert. Sorry, couldn't read Trump for seconds. That's the thing.
Yeah,
He never specifically stated Colbert's going to get fired for this deal. It was just he was celebrating why he got fired because after Colbert said it was a big fat bribe, after he called the deal a big fat bribe.
Okay.
And hold on, I'm going to interrupt you, NB, just for 1 second, because I didn't actually get to say it. Hey, babe.
Hey, what's this Jubilee with Hassan? Now, Hassan is the guy running for is that the guy running for New York or another place?
I don't know who the guy was, to be honest. And yes, Mrs. Vile's joke. I forgot I shouldn't interact with you online. My visa, to re-up her visa is coming up soon.
They're checking social media posts now.
Oh damn, my passport's expired.
And yeah, that might be a joke, but they actually are doing it. Mrs. Vile, we even did a little YouTube short TikTok thing where she.
Okay, I
don't know if you guys saw that one.
Okay, Jubilees.
Several
several
students' visas have been canceled because they criticized the war in Israel. They are looking at social media posts. If you criticize the war in Israel, or if you say fuck Trump or anything negative about him, your visa can be denied.
Yep. So what?
Yep. What? What? So what?
Yeah. So what?
That's called retaliation and personality.
Yeah, that is,
it's personal.
Yeah.
Listen, when you're president, you better be able to have a tough skin. If you can't handle somebody saying "fuck you," then you know what? You have no skin. You are weak.
I really, really hate to do a whataboutism, but just imagine.
Me, Chris?
Hold on, just imagine if Obama actually. Hold on.
Not mean you get weak, shithead. Don't
hold
fucking go there. I'm the only one here who has a different opinion than everybody else. And
but I'm just saying, if Obama had done the same thing, you would be flipping a lid. You'd be flipping your lid over it.
I'd be flipping my lid over what?
If he was personally retaliatory towards anybody for saying anything.
I would be what? All right, run that.
You'd be angry about it. You'd be angry if the Obama administration had started going through people's phones or their social media accounts while he was president.
They did.
The NTSA was doing that.
They already did.
If they said anything negative about him.
They said anything.
Well, there's that.
Guy's getting fired on rodeo clown shows. Don't give me that shit. We had rodeo clowns who got fired because they wore an Obama mask. So don't talk to me about getting fired over criticizing.
No. That's different. That's different. That's
didn't
that
tell
is a
them to
company
fire
doing that.
him.
We're talking about the federal government.
Oh, shut up. It was not different.
Yes, it is.
Okay,
When
so
one person, okay, never mind. He doesn't understand or he doesn't care. It doesn't matter. He can have his opinion. It can be different.
No, I'll explain it to you real simple. Why do I want somebody in this country with a visa who hates this fucking country? Give me the logic behind that. Are you the
I didn't say country. I said person.
Hold on.
It's
If
not
I say
country, it was
fuck,
person.
hold on. If I say fuck Trump, does that mean I hate my country?
No, you say fuck America. You say
No, it has
they're
nothing to do with that. No.
They're not saying
You
fuck
have
America. They're saying
you're
fuck Trump.
fucking racist, asshole. Have you not?
They're saying fuck Trump, not fuck
They're
America.
saying, like, again,
No, they're not just saying fuck Trump. You guys.
that's basically what they're saying.
Come out.
If you say fuck Trump in your social media post, you can get denied a visa.
You guys come out with every other flag from every other goddamn country. If Hitler was around and he was doing something and Trump came out and said, you know what?
When did we mention him? When did we ever mention him on this stream?
Nazi flag, so don't give me that.
We did not mention him today, did we?
Well, no, hold on. NB is right. In the past, I have equated the Nazi flag with the Trump flag because they tend to be flown together. So he is right. I have referenced the Nazi flag in this country or on this stream. Well, maybe not on this exact stream, but before I separated out the streams.
Yeah.
So NB is right.
So what I'm saying is very simple. I don't want someone here who hates this fucking country. Look, you don't like the president? Okay. I don't give a shit about that. But
all right.
Do we really want people? I mean, how many people do we want really here not interested in the American values of, okay, sorry, you may have a personal grudge about
Okay, then what about
I would
hang on, Mike.
Hold on, Elihu.
It was 2 points. It was 2 points.
Elihu. Shh. Quiet, boy. Okay. NB, what we're talking about is specifically people who have memes or have social media accounts that are against Donald Trump specifically are being denied their visas. We're not talking about people who hate the government or hate America. We're talking about people who specifically don't like the current administration of this country.
Tough shit.
And you say something negative about Israel and Gaza.
So you are okay with people if they have a message on their phone saying "fuck Trump" being denied entry into this country?
I have a problem with anybody who comes to this country and does not want to integrate.
Are you going to answer the question? Yes or no?
Do I?
Wait. Time out.
No.
I have a question for MB. I have a question for you. You have a problem with anybody coming into this country and not integrating with it, right?
I have a problem.
I asked you a question. That's all I want you to answer. Is that one first?
No, I'm answering it. I have a problem with coming to this country and not integrating to the American values and lifestyle. Yes.
Very good. Okay, so you then have a problem. Wait, I'm not done.
Let Chris ask.
I want to interrupt you, Chris, because I want to say something very important right now.
Sorry, I wanted to hear what Chris was
I might be doing what I might be bringing up what you're about ready to say.
I'm not going into that. NB, I do want to say something, and I want you to take this to heart. Thank you for being here. We are kind of piling up on you, and we know that you're on the other side. I hate differentiating us on sides.
I'm asking,
please. But I want you to understand, I really do appreciate you being here. Okay, because you are giving us the opposite perspective.
I'm trying my best. Now, Chris, what do you have to say?
Here's the thing: the American way is this. If you disagree with a president or an administration, you have the right to say so. So he fundamentally is breaking what you just said. If you come to this country, you're supposed to civically involve yourself. You're supposed to vote. You're supposed to be up to date on the issue. You're supposed to be up to date on the issues. You are supposed to integrate yourself in a way that makes you a part of society. And one of the things in society, the American way, is to disagree with one side or the other if you want. And what he's fundamentally saying is if you disagree with me, I'm not letting you in here.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying the simple fact is if the person is just saying, first off, nobody's just saying fuck Trump. I've never heard anybody.
Yes, they are.
Trump, and they
Point blank they are
about this country. And no, it's
This
just
country, a lot of countries are.
Hey, it's a privilege to come to this country. Do you?
You didn't see the news on Scotland of all those signs that say
Well,
fuck
no,
Trump and
we're not going to go to that.
signs?
In fact, hold on.
I don't care about
I think
Scotland.
it's time to wrap this stuff up.
Yeah, it's hold on. It's been 50 minutes. I usually go for 45. So I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. But if we want, I can do another stream after the CNA stream. We'll do a community offensive stream to continue on with these subjects if you guys want.
No, let's save them for next week, my opinion. I think we'll all
right.
have something else to do. I know, Daniela, you going for your hike today?
No, not
Anyway, I'm actually looking forward to getting to the media side because did anybody else see Fantastic Four besides me?
CNA
Nope.
stream. CNA stream. I got
All right.
Jill Later,
Yeah.
guys. I'll see you on the
Right.
CNA.
See you guys in about 10 minutes.
Hey, bye, Bob.